way back near the end of last year in September, my daughter had bought a used vehicle from Drive Time, and they highly recommended that she buy a warranty in case anything happened to it. So we did some online research and thought that American Dream warranty would be a good product. I called and talked with them. They said they covered all high-end electronics, like your information system, your entertainment systems, your door, your window knobs, all of the electronics. They covered, the general stuff also. But our cars nowadays are such rolling computers that the computer electronics and stuff was really important to me that be covered. So I discussed it quite in depth with them. I bought the policy, paid for it for my daughter, gave it to her for her birthday and for Christmas, since it was a fairly expensive purchase. A month later, my other daughter got a used vehicle, also same year, different make. And so I bought her one also and paid for it. Come April, all of a sudden my daughter's screen on the Acadia was blanking out. It was just dark. You couldn't see your GPS. You couldn't use your phone. It just was dead. And so we called American Dream. They told us to go to a place called Superior Automotive, that they were in network with them, and it would be very simple and easy to do. So we called, made an appointment, took the car in. They said it would take a couple days for them to research it, make sure what was wrong with it, send the information back to American Dream and get back with us on to exactly how everything was covered. Well, according to American Dream, when you buy it, any covered repair, your copay is $100. So that's what we were expecting. They called us back and about 5 days later and said, we called American Dream Automotive. We let them know what was wrong and what needed to be repaired, and they said it wasn't covered. I'm going, yeah, it is. So let me call them. I'll call you back. So I called them. I called and I talked to somebody who was trying to sell me another plan. And I'm going, I own two. And they're telling me that the first claim that we've ever had, the first thing we've ever needed, is not going to be covered. And yet when I had spoke with somebody, you guys told me it was covered. He goes, well, what is it that you're needing? I said, well, the information system wasn't working anymore. Everything was black. There was no sound, anything. And he said, yeah, it should be covered. Let me put you to, he said, talk to claims. No, I hadn't talked to claims. So he put me through to claims. Claims said, oh, no, we don't cover the screen. Yeah, we know the advertisement says that we cover the high-end electronics and the information center, but we don't cover the screen. And that's what's wrong with it, because the screen's black and you're not hearing anything. So it's the screen that's the problem. And I'm going, well, mechanically, that's not exactly what they're saying. They're saying, yes, there's a problem with the screen, but there's more to it than that. And they said, well, we're not going to cover it. I go, okay, fine. Just reimburse me for my two plans. Give me back my $7,000. No problem. I will pay for it cash myself. No issue. And they're going, well, wait a minute. I'll get right back to you, because I'll see if I can't give you a good faith payment for it. So I got a call back, and he said, yeah, we'll give you a good faith payment of $500. I said, $500 of a $1,200 bill. I had misunderstood. It was actually $1,800. No, totally not acceptable. And he said, well, I'll have a supervisor call you. I can't fix it. I said, well, just put me through to the cancellation department. It's not a big deal. I'll just cancel it, pay for it myself. No issue. And he's going, no, 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 no. Well, just a minute. Let me see if I can't find something to make you happy. I said, okay. He comes back and he goes, we can give you $1,000, but that's it. Well, I was thinking it was $1,200. Said, okay, I will accept that, thinking I was only going to be paying double the $100 figure that is your copay. I called the company back, the Superior Automotive, and I told them that they had agreed to the $1,000. And they go, well, we haven't seen that in writing yet. So I said, okay. They said they had emailed it to you already, and all you had to do was call, tell them the claim number, and they would pay for it. And he's going, no, no, they send an email and tell you how much is covered. And the email I have says it only covers $500. It took 3 days of going back and forth, trying to get them to send the email, and we finally got it. And I said, okay. So then they ordered the part. This is already a week into things. The email that they gave us for the $1,000 had on the bottom of it that it was only good for the next 30 days. So they ordered the part. They said they thought it'd be in a week. I called, it was on back order. So I called American Dream Automotive. Said, I don't know when the part's going to get in. You know, we can't drive the car because it's a warranty claim. And so our car is sitting there. Supposedly, we have 30 days of rental car. How would I get that? Because we need a vehicle. And they're going, well, you have to pay for it first, and then we'll decide if we're going to cover it. And it's like, no, I'm not playing that game. You're either going to cover it or you're not. According to your stuff, you are. But with the fight I've had to get you to pay even just barely over half of this covered claim, no, not going to do that. So we borrowed a family member's car for a few days, trying to get us through. The Superior Automotive was great. They kept in touch with me, let me know that the part wasn't in. I called American Dream. No problem. We have paid them. We've already sent them the $1,000. Everything's covered. You don't need to keep calling us. Everything's good. I call Superior Automotive. Superior Automotive goes, no, we haven't gotten any money from them. And to get that $1,000, you have to come in and sign the work order that says the work is completed. And I'm going, I can't sign that the work's completed. You don't even have the part. So I called back American Dream Automotive. And they're going, oh, no, we paid them. We paid them. It's here. We paid them. And I'm going, well, they don't have it. Well, Superior Automotive's lying to you. That was the exact words. And I'm going, I doubt that. I've been there in person. So I called them back. Superior's going, no, we have to. He says, I will call them and I will try to get it. And he was told I had to have signed for the part. So I called back and they're going, oh, no, it's a good faith $1,000 payment. It doesn't require your signature. I go, well, when you call claims, they say that it does require the signature and they won't pay it without it. So the 23rd of May came by and the part had not gotten here and hadn't been installed. We got it a few days later than that. They got it installed by the 28th. I went in to sign the paperwork. I called American Dream. Well, they had also they installed it. They found something else wrong. They said, look, we can get the part for that. We'll have it fixed. And I said, well, send that claim into American Dream because it was the GPS module. On page 2 of the American Dream warranty paper of what it covers, page 2, number 14, it states very specifically that the GPS module and processor is covered. And the guy's going, no, we don't cover that part. I'm going, it's the GPS processor. It's the interface. It's the GPS module, the whole thing that makes it work. And they're going, no, we don't cover it. Going, look, I've already gone rounds with you guys. This is not okay. You haven't paid anything yet. You keep claiming you paid the $1,000. You haven't. So just give me my money back. I am so tired of this. Just give me my money back and we'll be done. You walk away, I walk away, no issue. And then he goes, well, let me see what I can do. He comes back and goes, we'll pay $500. I said, no, not acceptable. That's not even half. He comes back and he goes, well, we'll pay $650. That's the last amount we will pay. I said, okay, I'll take $650. And I'll go pick up the car tomorrow and I'll sign the paperwork so that you can pay them the $1,000 and the $650. And he's going, no, we already paid the $1,000. I'm going, you can't have paid it because I haven't signed the paperwork yet. And he's going, no, it's a Goodwill thing, and Goodwill doesn't require your signature. We just send it. All they have to do is call us, and we'll give it to them. So I'm on the phone. I hang up. I call Superior Automotive. I tell them that they're still claiming that they paid it and that they did it over the phone. He says, I will call them. And he was told, with me on the other line, that had he already submitted the signed paperwork, that he could not get paid until the paperwork was signed. And oh, by the way, we're not giving you that $1,000 anymore. It's past 30 days. And it's like, okay, I've been letting you guys know all along. There's no way it could be done in 30 days when the part's on back order. Just does not happen. You can't do that. I can't sign. I mean, the guy was going, well, you're just trying to commit fraud. We have got 50 lawyers here, and we can go after you for fraud. I said it would be fraud if I signed that saying the work was done prior to receiving the part. So no, I haven't committed fraud. You're in breach of contract. And he's going, no, we paid them. And it's like, no, you didn't. So I drive the hour and a half to Superior Automotive, and they make the phone call while I'm there. After I sign it, because now everything's complete, they make the phone call to American Dream Warranty, and American Dream Warranty goes, well, we have to have that signed paper, and we have to verify it, and it's going to take some time. And no, we realize we didn't pay you the $1,000, but we're going to do that now that we have the paperwork. I'm going, okay, good. So should be $1,650 for the two claims. So he calls back, tells me, I don't know if they're going to get done today. So I drive back home. I called American Dream. I said, I want to know that when this is processed so I can go get my car. And they're going, okay, well, we're not going to pay that $1,000 now. And I'm going, you need to put me through to a supervisor. Okay, we'll have one call you by the end of today. Nobody called. Next morning, I call American Dream again. I go, where's the claim status? Where are we at? Well, we already paid that $1,000. I said, no, I've already heard with my own ears that you guys did not pay it. I know you didn't pay it. Superior Automotive pulled up their receipts, because by that time he said, well, we paid it yesterday. So Superior Automotive pulled up their receipts, showed me a copy of it, and it's going, we didn't get any credit card or that type of deposits yesterday. And they proved it to me that they hadn't received it, because American Dream was saying Superior Automotive is lying to you. They've gotten the money. They're just trying to charge you double. And I'm going, I can't pick up my car until it's resolved. This was now Thursday of last week. Um, Friday, I'm again guaranteed that a supervisor is going to call me because they paid that $1,000 and they're not paying it. That claim has been closed, and I'll get $650. That's it. I accept that or nothing. I said, no, I'm not accepting that. I said, put me through to a supervisor. Well, I can't do that. It's going to take 24 to 48 hours for one to call you. I said 24 to 48 hours was up last Wednesday afternoon. So, no, you guys don't call back. And to this day, to this time today at 1:38 my time, there's been no supervisor call back. This is almost 7 days from the first time that I called and said, okay, they got the part in, it'll be ready, I can pick it up Thursday, all this kind of stuff. And they were claiming that they had already been paid. Friday, spent hours, literally almost 3 hours on 4 different phone calls with American Dream Automotive. Again, claiming we paid. Then finally I got a hold of somebody. I've said, put me through to cancellations. Got through to cancellations. They're going, well, I said, tell me the date and give me the number, the transaction number, so that they can research it. He goes, well, this happens all the time. And come tax season, they find that we paid. I'm going, this isn't that big a shop, and I don't buy that. So I just need the date and the time. Well, actually, we didn't pay it yesterday. We paid it this morning. So I call Superior Automotive. No, they hadn't paid. And so I call back, and they're going, well, it's past the 30 days, and so we're not paying it now. We're only going to pay the $650 because it took longer than 30 days. I said, that's not my fault. Well, were we notified? 5 different times you were notified. I've got dates and times. And by that time, my blood pressure was sky high, and they were like, well, you're just nasty. You call in here. You're a horrible person. You're expecting us to do this, and you're not treating us nice and letting us do all the talking. And it's like, no, I'm not. You need to listen to me before you go off telling me what you are or not going to do. You first need to understand what the problem is. And it's like, well, you just need to treat us like humans. It's like, I am so glad to treat you like a human. Please start treating me like one. Start treating me like a customer who has paid for this service that you're not fulfilling. And so that ended Friday with a guarantee somebody would call me by Friday evening, the end of Friday evening. No phone call. Called this morning. We paid that claim. No, you didn't. Well, ma'am, we've offered you this $1,100 now as of Friday evening. And when you sign that, we will not cover any more of this claim. And it's all done. I said, no. $1,100 is not the $1,000 plus the $650 for the 2 different claims. I cannot agree to that when you're removing $500 of what you already agreed to pay. And then the lady was going, no, the $1,100 is just for the second part. It's just for the GPS module. And I'm going, well, that's strange because you're telling me there's 2 different claims, but the one claim is closed. But the claim that you're telling me is going to be paid that $1,150 has all the parts and time for all of it because you told the shop it was one claim. So that's where I am. Called and spoke to the shop this morning, spoke with American Dream Automotive, which is actually should be more aptly named American Nightmare Automotive. I could easily pay this $3,000, almost $3,000 bill, quite easily if they would give me back my $7,000, I could have put that money into a savings account for my daughters, and they would be able to withdraw it anytime they needed it. But in case they were not in town, in case they were on the road, in case they needed these things that American Dream warranty claimed that they would cover, I was foolish enough to believe they would actually do that. I have worked in the insurance industry. When I deal with Medicare, when it's in writing and it's been approved by the government, as all Medicare plans are, it's a guarantee. If they say they're going to do this, they have to do that. So that's more of like I'm used to dealing with. I'm not used to having to struggle, fight, get yelled at, and actually yell back. This has been a living horrific nightmare of being out money, being without our vehicle for almost 2 months now, because the automotive place can't release it to us to be used because it's a warranty issue. What I would like and what I expect are two terribly different things. I would like for them to have covered everything exactly how the contract says. But at this moment, I would walk away if they just paid the amounts in the two emails. The email that said they were going to cover this part at $1,000 and the email that said they're covering this at $650. I wouldn't even be here talking to you if they had done that, which isn't right either, because they were definitely not following what they had in writing, even let alone what they tell you when you call. But yeah, if I got the $1,650, I'd walk away.